Hey y'all, welcome back to Faith Budgets. On this channel I'll be posting videos about how we use a zero-based budget, sinking funds, cash stuffing, and savings challenges to pay off our last debt and save at the same time. If that is content that you're interested in, then please keep watching and definitely hit the subscribe button and join us on this journey to financial freedom. Hey guys, in today's video we'll be doing our budget with me for the second paycheck in April. April the 11th I get paid every Thursday and my husband gets paid every Friday. I get paid every other Thursday. My husband gets paid every other Friday. So we end up getting paid every week. And if you're new to the channel, my name's Holly. My husband and I both work full-time jobs. I'm a medical coder. I've been coding for 20 plus years. My husband works in utility services. We have 3 kids. My oldest son is in college, 21. My youngest son is 17, a senior in high school, and my stepdaughter is a junior in high school. And my husband and I are on a journey to pay off our last debt. We have one Honda side-by-side left to pay for. I think we've got it down to $14,000. So we use the zero-based budget method to do our monthly budget setup, and then also we break it down into weekly budgets, budget by paycheck. I use the Budget Mom's method. I had her printable book, and I bought a couple of her workbooks. I've been following her since 2018-19 when she was still in her apartment, and I just fell in love with her method. I had originally found Dave Ramsey before her and tried his method too. So I've been budgeting for several years, and when I found the Budget Moms, it just kind of clicked with me, and I had my aha moment, and I've kind of stuck to it since then and growing my confidence in my budget. So let me show you what we do here this is my paycheck budget worksheet. This is on my page. You can see the Google free download down below in the description, or I think it's on my main page too, the description on there. And that's the paycheck budget for the weekly. And then here is also the monthly budget. This is how we do the monthly budget. First, I use the Budget Moms highlighter method on the calendar, and I map it out by paycheck where I put all my bills down, and I put the paydays and color coordinate with each payday what will be paid on those days. So see, like yellow, that's the bills that'll be paid there, and these will be paid here, and so forth. So, and then if I have any other notes, I write those there. But that's how the Budget Mom does her highlighter method on that. And then I write out all the bills here for the whole entire month, and sinking funds, variable expenses. Do it like a monthly overview of everything so that I know how much is coming in to be able to pay all of our monthly bills. And then that's when I do the paycheck budget each week, and I map out our monthly funding plan. This is for the cash part of it. See, all the bills would be here in the fixed expenses, and then for variable expenses and sinking funds, that's cash. And so that changes depending on how much we have left after we pay our bills. So, and our variable expenses. So that's why it can vary per paycheck what I'm putting in my cash envelopes. Hope that makes sense on that. So I have this sheet here to fill out for our weekly paycheck, and then the cash breakdown for the cash that I'm going to be taking out. I already filled that out. Okay, so let's just get started on here. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see. And I use the Budget Moms Excel worksheet, budget building blocks of budgeting. I took her course on there, and at the end of the course, she gives you so many videos and modules and training, and then you use her workbook. But then at the end, she gives you the access to the Excel program and also the Google Sheets. And I'm more familiar with Excel, so I use the Excel program, and I just plug those numbers in, and it's very similar to this. It's just like her workbook. So I have it on the computer and here because I do my tracking on the computer. So track our expenses on there. It's just a whole lot easier. So, okay, this paycheck was $411 me, and this will be paycheck number 2 for April. And we'll be budgeting with $3,032 and a penny, but we won't worry about the penny, but I do like to write it on there. So this is all that will be coming in this week. So there's the pay, and then our fixed expenses and bills will go here. This will be what's coming out of the check, out of this week's check. So first of all, I always do a cushion. I do this every week just to give us a little buffer to work with. And I just put 25 in each, from each paycheck. And then my mortgage, I do a portion of it on both of my checks. So twice a month, I split it in 2. So this is not due until May 1st. And half of the mortgage is $825. Our mortgage went up a little bit because our escrow was low and it needed to go up because the taxes went up and also the homeowner's insurance. So had to bump that up a little. And then here is the new supplements that I'm getting. If you watched one of my other videos, I had previously been trying the supplements from Plexus, but they are almost like a pyramid scheme. They want you to sell their products and you get discounts, and I'm not interested in selling. I just want some good supplements for my family. So I did a little research and found Primal Harvest to get my collagen powder, the greens, the probiotics, multivitamins, all the things for my husband, me, and my son. So with Plexus, everything that I was wanting to get was going to be $320. With this company, it's just $196. Well, $197. It's $196.48 or something like that. Okay, then we have. Let me know what kind of supplements you guys use. If you use, I'm 45, so I'm trying to replace all the things that my body does not have anymore or produce anymore. I'm in perimenopause, early stages. Well, not really early. It's been a year now. I had my thyroid removed because I had cancer, and I don't know if that kind of triggered my hormone. I don't know if that's related or not. But just it set me in. It's like overnight I went into perimenopause symptoms and after my thyroid. So I don't know if that was part of it or not. But so I'm dealing with that too. So just trying to get all the things that my body needs right now that it's not producing on its own. State Farm is the next one. This is one of our bills for our insurance. We have 2 different State Farm bills. This one is the small one. This is just for my teenage son, the younger one. The other one is, no, this is the older one. Yeah, this is my 21-year-old. We had his separate because he will be about to take that over. $256 on that. And then the other one is at the end of the month, and that's the one that had the big one that has all of us on there. And the next one is internet. This check is the one that's going to get all the utilities. Seems like they all fall in the same paycheck. $415. Internet is $24. Water is $60. Okay, this is part of the child support. This is my erasable pens. You know I love these. Pilot erasable pens. It's almost time to do my nails again. Got my Easter nails on. Okay, electric. It actually went down a little bit. I'm glad. I guess where the weather's more, it's calming down some. We're not having to run heat or air so much. I'm budgeting $280. I'm thinking it's going to come in less though, but I want to make sure that I have enough in there. And this is Curology. This is some facial products that I use, and it just comes out every other month. So that's 60. It has tretinoin in it and a couple other ingredients all in one. It's like an online dermatologist. Okay, and then that's all the bills for this paycheck. And then I always put gas in Walmart. And this is gas that we use for our vehicles, travel, transportation. Not gas for wintertime. We don't have gas. We have all electric, so. And I put it up here because we use our debit card or credit card for this. We don't put it in the wallet for cash expenses. We use it up here. So that's why I like to put it up here in this section. So it's not as confusing for me whenever I'm taking my cash out. So gas is $200, Walmart's $260, and Walmart is just, that would be our groceries and household items, personal hygiene items, all will be in that Walmart category. So let's add these up and see what we have. I wrote down one of them wrong. Let's see. That's why I like doing it like this, guys. I wrote down two of them wrong. So water. Some of them I already had the bills come in, so I want to get as close as I can on that. 48 on that. And then, yes, electric was lower. It was 220. Because I want to have every dollar go where I want it to go. Okay, now let's recalculate here. Okay, 2,332. And we'll subtract that from our income. Gives us $700 left to work with. That will be for our variable spending and our cash envelopes down here. So let's see. I already wrote these in because it's the same ones every time. My sinking funds will be different sometimes. So we're going to do 50 for food, 45 for church, 40 for me, 150 for hubby. Self-care is 40. Fun is 20. Miscellaneous 20. Kids 30. Dogs, we moved that up to 25. And meds down to 15. Done a little changing from what are normal, but so let's total this up. See what we have for our variable expenses. This will be all the envelopes that are in my wallet, and then my husband's. $435. Our total there. So let's subtract that from our total that we had left from there. 700 minus 435. That gives us 265 to work with for our sinking funds. Okay. Okay. So our categories for our sinking funds will be SAMS, emergency, memberships and subscriptions, and then we have senior year and prom. That is here. We're planning all the things right now. Birthdays and holidays. I'm so glad I have this one now. Oh, not holidays. That's what I used to name it. It used to be holidays in there with it, but now I do birthdays and gifts. That's that category. And then we do Christmas by itself. And then I have a holidays binder, but I'm not putting anything in that right now. I'm hoping next paycheck maybe. I have some set aside, you know, I want to put aside for holidays like Mother's Day. I have some in my envelope for that. And then we have, for our savings challenges, will be Mini Mondays. Whoops. Too many M's. And Freebie Fridays. And my Mini Mondays will be for my SUV that I'm saving for, and then Freebie Fridays will go towards debt. That's what those savings challenges are for. So, let's see what we have for Sam's will be 25. Emergency, I'm just doing 5. I'm just slowly trying to build that back up. We had to use a little bit for some home repairs for a leak that we had. So I'm trying to build that back up. I mean, we have 1,000 in there. I think maybe 1,600, 1,700 in there, but I had it at 2,000. So memberships and subscriptions, 18. Senior year and proms, just getting 10 right now. Birthdays and gifts, 25. Christmas, 50. And then Mini Mondays, 50. And then Freebie Fridays. I'm going to go ahead and fund this for the next 2 Fridays because my husband doesn't get paid until Friday and I want to have that money ready. I'm just going to skip a week kind of on that, like be a week ahead, I guess, for the Freebie Fridays. That way I'll have that money to do the challenges before, you know, waiting for him to get the money out and come home and try to get that video posted by Friday. So just want to be a little bit ahead of that. Okay, let's add these up and see what our total is for our sinking funds. Okay, 263. Okay, so 265 minus 263. That leaves us $2. And we'll just leave that in there in the checking. And that is our zero-based budget, which means that every dollar is accounted for from our paycheck for this period, even though it might not be spent exactly, like the cushion. And my checking account is not down to 0. Just because it's a zero-based budget doesn't mean that my checking account is 0, because I do have some money in there that I have left over the times that I've had, you know, this cushion left in there, and I've had other times where I've had a little bit left, and I leave that in there for my checking account buffer. You just, you know, you don't want to get close to having that withdrawal, what is it, a fee or whatever, overdraft. You don't want to get in trouble for that and have to pay $20, $30 for, you know, a bad transaction. So, with negative funds. So, extra debt, we're not doing anything for this paycheck. Actually, there's no debt on this paycheck at all. So, we won't have to calculate that down here in the final totals. So the final totals we'll put here, we'll put the income, which was $3,032. And then our expenses will be the fixed expenses plus the variable. Let's see what that is. Add those two together. $27.67 is our total for expenses. And then our sinking funds was $263. And debt was 0 for this paycheck. So let's make sure that we calculated this correctly. This gives us the zero-based budget. Take our income minus our expenses, minus our savings and sinking funds. Oh, I did something wrong. Minus 263. Okay, yeah, that leaves us $2. So that worked out right. We're down to zero-based budget on that. And then here we have the cash breakdown sheet. This is from the Simple Budget. I think a lot of people have these cash breakdowns. There may be even some free out there. Let me zoom back out. Okay. And I already calculated all this. It's kind of time consuming and just didn't want to bore you guys with that. But I have this wrote out where I can have the cash breakdown for the denominations that I want. Make sure I have enough ones for my savings challenge. Make sure that I have the correct, you know, amount of 5s and all the different change that I need. And then I give this little teller slip to the teller so that they know what I need. And they love it. They say, "Oh, I love that. You're so organized." that helps me out so much. So we have that ready to go to the bank and get our cash, and then we'll come back and do our cash stuffing for this check, and we'll put all the money here in our wallet and our sinking funds, our envelopes. And I think that's it for today. Yeah, that's it. I hope everybody's having a good day, and hope you'll come back and watch the cash stuffing and check that video out. Also, you can check out the videos. I have playlists for the other budget with me's and the monthly overview if you want to see the whole month of April, how I mapped it out for the whole month. And then our savings challenges. I do mini Mondays on Mondays, and that's little mini savings challenges. And then on Friday, I do freebie Fridays, and I use all freebies from these YouTube creators and Etsy storefront. I guess they have the Etsy stores too. So, but they offer freebies, and I took advantage of that. And it's the first savings challenges I've ever done. So I really enjoy it, and I encourage anybody to try it if you're thinking about doing some savings challenges and save some money. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.